is Priyanka Nayak. I am a physician as well as a life coach. Professional moms hire me to uncover. Hi, my name is Priyanka Nayak. I am a physician as well as a life coach. Professional moms hire me to uncover a more energized, less stressed, less anxious life, because that, of course, is what many of us strive for, but we have a tough time getting there. Today, I am going to talk about some easy ways to combat that stress and anxiety. I'll wait and see if anyone wants to pop in. But what if I told you that there is simplicity in combating that daily stress and anxiety? Would you believe me? Um, Today, my son actually, after I worked out, he said, "Mommy, it's time to take a shower. You can do it. I know you can. I know you can." And I thought, well, you know what? The tides have turned, the roles are changing. He's kind of instructing me what to do, but if he's telling me you can do it, I know you can, then I'm doing something right with my mindset work with a toddler. So, I actually wanted to tell a story about my first pregnancy, and I had a positive toxoplasmosis screen, and that can be detrimental to a pregnancy, cause a lot of problems. And so what happened was it was positive, and I was all spooked. And I started, of course, like Googling it, up to dating it, just trying to learn more about it. My father's an OB, so I was interrogating him, and they ended up sending out repeat confirmatory blood work to Palo Alto, but that was going to take 2 weeks to come back. So of course, I had to like deal with this, get a grip on that anxiety, and make sure that I didn't waste my time, because if I was going to spend 2 full weeks on edge and feeling anxious, what a waste of life that is, right? So, it ended up that after 2 weeks, the repeat blood work came back. It was negative and it was all good. But the reason I bring this up is, how many times in your life have you had a situation where you freak out and you feel like the world is coming to an end, and you may actually spend like a pretty good amount of time in that space, and then it ends up working out like relatively okay, right? And then you think back about how much time, that precious time that you wasted on feeling totally extended and overextended and freaking out. So oftentimes when I feel this anxiety, I'll ask myself, where do I feel it? For me, it's in my throat. It's usually like a squeezing, a tightening. Um, and I really notice it. And I take some deep breaths, just take some deep breaths. And then I ask myself, why do I feel anxious? I explore that a little bit, and then I go to that worst case scenario, which it's called catastrophizing, like what's going to happen. So in the toxo situation, I thought, okay, worst case scenario, they're going to do serial ultrasounds. It might be bad, it might be okay, like something could be wrong with a baby. And then I thought, how likely is that though, given that I don't have high risk factors for toxo, there are a bunch of false positives in the prelim blood work. Is that really going to happen? And then when I really think it through calmly, the likelihood of that worst case scenario, it's not that high actually. And then the best thing to do is look at past situations where you were stressed. For example, physician moms out there, how many times did you sit for a board exam and you left thinking, oh my God, I failed that. That was the worst. Like I definitely didn't pass, step whatever, or your boards in your specialty. And yet somehow you emerged and you actually did pass. So if you end up spending that time sweating that, right, it ends up just being a waste. So many instances in the past when we panic, we actually panicked for no good reason. So the past actually really serves us as a way to bring us kind of down a notch and realize that there have been so many times when we felt that worst case scenario pop up, but it never actually came to pass. So one of the key aspects of getting a grip on this stress, anxiety, is mindfulness. And the way you do that is via your mind body connection and a little bit of meditation. Even if you say you hate to meditate, you could do a few minutes each day. That'll really get you in the practice of noticing your body, noticing like where and how you feel those feelings. And the more in tune you are with it, the less you get sucked into that drama. And I know you know what I'm talking about because I'm sure you've had times, when you've been sucked in. And then the other thing is, don't waste your time in that, like if you're awaiting those test results, or there's time to be passed, do not waste time panicking over that for 2, 3, 4 weeks. Like, it's just a waste of time. You have to talk it through, push it aside, and keep breathing and moving on with your life. So you may wonder, what could be different for me, right? Like, what's different this week for me? Your anxiety or your relationship with stress and anxiety could literally be different within a couple weeks, especially if you get in touch with me, of course. And I can walk you through ways to deal with your specific issues with stress. And my clients and I, we work on changing that relationship, because stress and anxiety will always be there. It's never going to go away. But how we relate to it is really the key in moving forward and feeling more fulfilled, feeling lighter, feeling happier, not letting it bog us down. And stay tuned. I am working on an anxiety toolkit that I should have published pretty soon on my website. I will definitely post it like on my Facebook page, and it will be on my Stress Cleanse MD website. Check it out, and do not hesitate to reach out to me if you want to do like just a prelim conversation and get that convo going on stress, anxiety, and how we can really grab it, and take control of it and really hone in on that power within ourselves, because we all have it. We as women are so strong, we can do anything. And anxiety ain't got nothing on us. So please check out my website, www.stresscleansemd.com. Stay tuned. Very soon, I'm going to have an anxiety toolkit on my page, freely available, at no cost, of course, for you to enjoy. Thank you so much. Feel free to direct message me, and I hope this helps you.